Hi everyone, this is Arcadius and welcome back to Naval. Today we'll be reviewing the third world mission, but before that there's actually a little bit of information regarding an upcoming, what I believe to be, French carrier. Now this seems to be a very interesting ship and is kind of playing off of what we last saw for Victorious. We have a carrier about this size with relatively modern, for this time period of the game, jet aircraft. So let's take a look at the few pictures. We only have pictures right now that were released in the Naval Creed News Facebook page. Alright, so this is what the carrier looks like. We don't even have a name yet. All we have are some pictures. Now she kind of looks like an Aramanche, but she looks slightly more modern. I'm not that familiar with carrier designs, at least not for the French Navy. So this might have been a real carrier, it might just be a design. I actually don't know. So if any of you have any information in regards to that, let me know. So this is what the ship will look like. And as to the regards to the aircraft that she's going to have Crusaders and whatever prop-driven propeller plane that is. Again, I'm not quite sure, but they do look like they have the French roundel on them, and it leads me to believe that this is going to be a French carrier. It's cool how they have the look inside the hangar bay kind of here. That's something that we find on Coral Sea in the game, and I've always actually really enjoyed that. It's kind of cool to see that. And then the last picture shows an up-close version of the Crusader, and it's actually one of my favorite planes, so I'm actually really excited to see this in the game. We will see what tier this is going to be at. I'm expecting something very, very similar to Victorious. As you can see, it's almost identical, I would say. However, how that will play in game might be interesting, and it looks like she only has two types of aircraft. So how Victorious has fighters and dive bombers only, it looks like this might be a similar thing. The Crusaders as fighters and whatever prop-driven plane as maybe torpedo bombers? I don't really know. We'll see. Regardless, this may be an upcoming ship. It is work in progress, so everything's still subject to change. But new ship, that's always exciting. Alright, back to the game. So considering with British carriers, like we were just talking about, we're actually going to be using a carrier today, but not in the way that you think. So this next mission, you're going to go up against about 10 Japanese destroyers. However, this time you're also going to be running into an Akizuki. So you're going to have some Mutskis, I think, some Kageros, some Fubukis, and then one Akizuki. Which Akizukis are actually pretty powerful as a destroyer. They have rapid firing 4-inch guns, and they have torpedoes that when they hit you, they really, really hurt. So having a tier 3 or 4 ship go against one, if you get hit by the torpedoes, probably are not going to survive long enough to actually win. But I'm going to bring out Hermes and use her as a secondary brawler, because I have her as fully spec for secondaries as I possibly can, aka just the captain skill, because I can't equip the module. So we're going to go out there and try and beat all 10 of these destroyers with our secondaries. We're not going to use aircraft at all. Well, maybe for spotting, but that would be about it. We're going to have a little bit of fun. So let's hop right in. So it's going to be 1-3, the Battle of Kula Gulf. So we have a Bogue, 2 Brooklyns, a Helena, and 4 Fletchers on our side. We have going up against an Akizuki, a couple Fubukis, Kageros, and they're listed as kamikazes, but they're pretty much just Mutskis. One thing I would like to see is a revamp of these missions. So for example, for some of the missions, there's, on our side, the friendly side, there's going to be Massachusetts, is how they're actually called. But in the actual game, the actual ships that represent them are North Carolinas. So it'd be nice to see the representative ship actually be said ship, if that makes sense. But yeah, there's some ships that are in the game now that would be able to fit in places that these missions have. Alright, so I don't think I'm making sense. Let's just get into the game. Not quite sure what my secondary range is, to be honest. I think it might be about 5 or 6 km. So we're just gonna run up here real quick. The Akizuki is gonna be on this side all the time. I'm pretty sure. Oh, our secondary started opening up. Yep, about 6 kilometers. Okay, so we're gonna have a little bit of fun with our secondaries. Not as fun as if I brought out Graf Zeppelin, but I'm trying to use tier 3 and 4 tech tree ships. And honestly, I'm not good with destroyers or carriers versus destroyers. So we're just gonna use something that has fun secondaries to show you that you really don't need to try to beat these levels. Now I am kind of worried about torpedoes, so I'm going to put my fighter squadron around my carrier to help spot that. Oh, there's the Akizuki. But besides that, I'm not going to use my aircraft. Secondaries on both sides. I am hesitant about torpedoes. Especially upcoming here, so I'm actually going to turn away, which unfortunately means I'm not going to be able to use my guns to the best advantage, but I will be able to survive. Alright, now my secondaries are doing this weird thing, which I don't exactly understand. Alright, there we go, they're fixed. Now let's head back south. Oh, there they go again. I'm not quite sure why my secondaries on carriers do this. It's only carriers. That's the only kind of ship class I've had problems with in regards to the secondaries. Alright, so let's go head back south. I'd rather play it safe than play it fun right now, because I mean, you don't underestimate these destroyers. As you can see, they are launching torpedoes. Okay, so let's use our secondaries. Can we get a kill yet? It'd be nice to get a kill. Ooh, there's torpedoes right there. Dodge. There we go. Looks like our Fletcher here is about to go down soon. Let's go tangle with this Akizuki. Akizuki actually has really good AA defense for a destroyer, so even using low tier carriers against her may not work. As you can see, I'm actually almost lost my entire fighter squadron. Yep, and there it goes. Hey, we got a kill. Awesome. Alright, next let's go tango with the Akizuki. Not quite sure who she's firing at, but it's not me, so I don't really care. Okay, so she went into smoke, so let's go flush her out a bit. I know this might not be the most enjoyable video, but I mean, it's still fun. I'm not just going out there and smashing everything with a top tier battleship. So it's a little bit different than normal, which is fine with me. So there's the torpedoes. The good thing about aircraft spotting. And it looks like she's going to soak up some torpedoes from the Bogue, which she's not very good at taking those, so she may go down to this. Ooh, just barely. Am I able to get her with secondaries? Yes, I am. Awesome. Alright, let's put our fighters back around us. The 3 remaining fighters, that is. Actually, let's just put all of our aircraft around us. That way we have 3 separate groups for spotting. And spotting they are, as we now see the remaining, well, 3 out of 4 destroyers, but they're coming my way anyways. Yep, and now we have 3 squadrons around us to help spot, and those destroyers are going to get close very quickly. I'm actually deciding whether to go on the left side or the right side. They're all going to head towards the left side, but if I head towards the left side myself, that'll try and keep me out of torpedo range, maybe? We're gonna dance a little around and try and avoid any undetected torpedoes. We're going to focus our secondaries. Oh, no, that's not what I want. There we go, that's what I want. Focus our... Oh, did we bomb? Oh man, I didn't want to bomb. Alright, well, we're still just going to use our secondaries for the remainder of this ship here. Let's work on this next one. Start moving around just in case there's torpedoes. Do I actually want to turn out? Because that'll give me the best chance of avoiding them. Alright, next one. Yeah, our secondaries are not the best. But, I mean, it's fun. For a low-tier carrier, they're actually really, really good. So if you really just wanted to, you could take Hermes out and just secondary everything. It gives it a little bit of a challenge. I'm going to turn a little bit more broadside so we can use some more of our guns here. And now there's only one left. And there she is, as all of our secondaries start opening up on her. Can we get another kill? No. Oh well. Well, regardless, I mean, like I said, it wasn't a terribly exciting video, but it's different from what I normally do. Alright, so let's see how we did with all of our secondaries in that one bomb that unfortunately still got through. 29,000 damage, 2 ships sunk, 1 bomb hit, 4 fires, 51 secondary hits. It was a pretty trash game, actually. But we still beat the mission. Let's hear 2,500 damage from fires. Secondary battery did 27,000 damage, and the bombs actually did no damage at all. So all that damage was just from secondaries. And with that, that completes the 3rd mission. Join me tomorrow while we finish up the first part of the 4 missions for the Solomon Islands campaign, or I guess you can call it a campaign, but it's pretty much just world missions, and that is Kulug Bangalore, and we'll be taking that on tomorrow, probably with a battleship this time. I'm thinking Kaiser. I've stayed away from battleships, but might as well take at least one, but we're going to take one of the bad ones. Kaiser's not necessarily a good ship. But thank you for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow.